Y'all have heard that the early bird gets the worm.
And today, Bobby and I wake up bright and early to get cooking on some of our family favorites. We start off by preparing my stepdaughter Michelle's banana chocolate gorilla bread.
Yum, yum,
Very
yum.
And we're also making Bobby's honey whole wheat pancakes with a honey lime butter.
3 more pancakes coming up.
And then it's on to a crustless spinach cheese quiche. We're topping Bobby's healthy side today with our yogurt breakfast splits. And this fine breakfast wouldn't be complete without our caramel cinnamon lattes.
Love it when I'm in the kitchen with him. Do you know what the first thing is that we're making?
Michelle Groover's Gorilla Bread.
Your stepsister loves this recipe, and y'all are probably all familiar with my gorilla bread. Well, this is another form of gorilla bread, and it is so good. So let me start telling y'all the difference while Bobby's mixing up our cinnamon sugar mixture. Michelle likes to make hers with crescent rolls rather than biscuits. So we are gonna get our crescent rolls opened.
So what's going to be the difference between the crescent rolls
Well,
and just the biscuit?
there really is a lot of difference in this recipe, son. This one has bananas and chocolate chips in it. So it's a pretty big difference. And like I said, we're starting, there we go. We're starting with crescent roll dough. And I've got our bananas up here. Now I'm just gonna separate these, son. And we're just gonna ease these out, Bobby.
Think this is gonna be a little flakier than what we normally do?
Yes, it's gonna be flaky. You'll wanna make sure that you keep your crescent rolls refrigerated, because if they get too much to room temperature, y'all, they won't wanna come apart. I'll have 6 triangles now when I get this open, y'all.
It's 2 different recipes, but what is the same is the dry that we're gonna start with.
Yes.
I started with 3 tablespoons of white granulated sugar.
Yes.
And 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. And I've mixed that together, and we are gonna chop up a 1.5 cups of walnuts. And normally what we would use here is pecans. So the subtle differences here are that we're gonna be using
crescent rolls.
Crescent rolls.
This is a famous roll for Southern girls. If we've got a can of crescent rolls in our refrigerator, honey, we can take you from breakfast to lunch to dinner to dessert.
You know what's funny? Mama, I don't know if you remember this, but the very first time I saw you on television, you remember we went out to Las Vegas and we went into these folks' house out there in the suburbs in Las Vegas.
Yes.
You had to start out with whatever this lady had in her cabinets. She had the canned biscuits like that.
She had canned biscuits.
And you made apple turnovers out of those canned biscuits. And I remember how impressed everybody, including me, was with that too.
Grandma used to make fried pies out of biscuits, son. So it's just one of the little tricks that Greenie Paul taught me. All right, now here's a new addition to the gorilla bread, y'all. I've got some sweetened condensed milk right here. Don't confuse that with evaporated milk. This is that rich and thick, sweetened condensed milk. Michelle tells me to brush each of these triangles with the sweetened condensed milk. You know, the regular gorilla bread, y'all, I put cream cheese in. So this is kind of a little substitute from the cream cheese. We're gonna have a couple of banana slices.
All right.
And I'm gonna slice it, you know, fairly thin. So I'm taking 2 bananas, y'all, and I'm gonna put me a couple of slices of banana in each triangle. Just like this.
And I've got these walnuts. I just want to get them chopped up kind of fine, so I'm using a nice sharp knife.
All right.
And I think I've got them about where we want them to be. What do you think about that?
Now, our Michelle loves chocolate. She especially loves dark chocolate. So, hence we've got chocolate in here. Look at those. I am gonna put in 1 stick of butter into the pan, and then I'm gonna add 1 cup of brown sugar. Now I'm gonna just turn those on and let that melt together, because we're gonna pour this all over those crescent rolls.
Right, we'll give this a nice spray because we don't want these to stick.
All right, now son, I'm just gonna take these and kind of roll them up press them together.
It's a little bundle of
A little bundle of
deliciousness,
love. And you want to do some with nuts inside the pouches?
Well, you know what? The very first layer of this is going to be the nuts on the bottom because when we turn it over, it's going to be the top.
I have some nuts and some without.
So we'll pouch these up
All right,
and we're
just
going to
pouch them up.
put 6 on the first layer.
Got to beat up my brown sugar and butter.
I'm going to go ahead and dust these
Yes.
with about half of the dry mix that we put together.
Yes, because remember, y'all, crescent rolls are not sweet.
This is going to make it just
Yeah,
right.
so that's going to make it so sweet.
And I'm going to leave the remaining half because we're going to do
Okay,
we're going to do
son.
6 more of them.
All right, now I'm going to take our brown sugar and butter, and I'm going to pour about half of that over.
really, really
Now what
good.
we're going to do, son, is just take a few more nuts, and then we're ready to start on the next can of
Going to do the
crescent
very
rolls.
same thing again. Take our little dry mix there. And then we'll put the rest of our chopped walnuts
Yes.
on there. And then the second half of your butter and brown sugar mixture.
All right, now here goes the rest of the brown sugar and butter, y'all.
Sinful looking.
It is sinful looking.
All right, and this is going into the oven at 350 for about an hour.
350 for 1 hour, y'all.
All right,
And
got it.
you want to eat this when it's warm, straight out of the oven.
350 for an hour.
Coming up next, y'all.
Tell the people what they've won, Mama.
Okay.
A crustless spinach cheese quiche and this guiltless yogurt breakfast split. Then we get started on Bobby's honey whole wheat pancakes.
You won't believe how good it is.
And later, a caramel cinnamon latte. I so hope y'all are enjoying the show. And if you do, be sure to click like, subscribe, and the notification bell so you'll never miss a video. And we'll be right back after the break.
Well, welcome
Early
back,
to
y'all.
rise.
It's still
Crack
kind
of dawn, y'all.
still kind of early. I'm excited about the 2 recipes that we're doing.
Yeah, let me tell y'all what we're
Tell
doing.
the people what they've won, Mama.
Okay, they have won a crustless spinach cheese quiche.
And I'm starting with 2 cups of grated sharp cheddar cheese.
Yes.
And then a half cup of Parmesan cheese, fresh
Okay.
Parmesan.
Well, in this bowl, y'all, I'm gonna start with 1/4 of a cup of flour, 1 cup of cottage cheese. I'm gonna add 1 cup of sour cream.
I'm gonna go ahead and put this cheese in. But all my cheese has sort of blocked up inside
Son,
my grater.
We need 2 cups.
Oh, we're coming with 2 cups. Believe me, there's a lot in there.
Oh, wait. It might be too much, son. Oh, my Lord. Quit
No.
breaking that one, son.
Yes, Mama.
No, that's 2 cups. Oh, Lord, have mercy.
Oh, Lord, you might have to use some more sour cream. Whatever will we do, Mama? A half a cup of parm?
Yes. All right, that looks perfect.
About a half cup?
Yes. Now squeeze the water out of our spinach.
All right.
And I'm gonna add a little salt and pepper. Now, if you're making this for young children, you know, you can decide on how much pepper you want.
I think this is something you'd want to do with the kids, right?
Absolutely. The child should be in the kitchen because, look, I mean, they're not going to get burned. They're not going to cut themselves. We have no sharp knives. And they'll have a ball.
Being a bachelor, I got to tell you, I love this part of the recipe. You're using a 10-ounce box of frozen spinach here.
I've got 4 eggs.
I'm going to go ahead and put the
Okay,
spinach
yes,
in, all right?
please, son. Dump it in. All right, son, here's your eggs. And we're just going to mix it all together.
Well, it's super simple.
It's super simple. And I'm going to get your dish. We're putting this in like an 8x8 square dish. Bobby, doesn't that look delicious?
This? Yes, absolutely. I'm excited.
Yes.
All right, you
All
ready?
right, so son, yes, put that in. Now we're gonna bake this in a 325-degree oven for about 45 minutes. All right, son, so
Into
in
the
the oven that goes, yes.
All right.
I'll get your door for you.
Thank you.
Now, everybody loves a breakfast parfait.
I love it because you got 4 different kinds of fruit that I really like. You got fresh strawberries, fresh bananas, raspberries, and blueberries. I love all these.
So you can cut us a few more strawberries.
Okay.
And while you're doing that, I'm gonna put together our parfaits. And I have a vanilla low-fat yogurt.
Yep.
I have granola. I've got raspberries, blueberries, strawberries, a little honey, and almonds. So I'm just gonna layer this in, Bobby, and I'm gonna put maybe about 2 tablespoons in the bottom of the glass. And you'll wanna be careful because you don't want it to slop all over your sides. I mean, you want it nice and clean. And this is so simple. I'm gonna put a layer of blueberries, a layer of raspberries.
You know, normally you think of something like this being heavy and fattening, and this one is not. It's full of great fresh fruits and yogurt.
Yet guilt-free.
It's a trick.
All right, now I'm gonna layer
What do you think? We got
a
enough?
couple of strawberries. And then I'm gonna sprinkle a layer of the granola,
And what's that, almonds?
a layer of almonds, and then in for the sweet goodness. And that's the honey. Okay, here, Bobby.
I'm gonna slice your banana while you're doing that, Mom.
Okay,
I'm gonna
look.
take a banana and cut it in half, and then I'm gonna do it halfways again.
Look a here, look a here. Another layer of our yogurt. You know, I've always said, Bobby, you eat it first with your eyes.
For the last 20 years, I've been hearing that.
All right, let's see, we want another layer of fruit.
I'm seeing the banana's getting edged out of the recipe.
No, this is kind of like a banana split. All right, a few raspberries. One more.
That looks great.
Jack loves raspberries, Bobby.
Jack loves all fruit. Jack would eat blueberries
He
till the
puts
cows come
them on
home.
his finger, and he,
I think I remember doing that with olives when I was a kid.
uh-huh.
Jack would just about rather eat fruit than cookies.
oh, Jack would rather have fruit than a cookie.
Yeah. His parents are sabotaging you, aren't they?
Yes, they are. Back with the granola. Another round of almonds. Look at this. And finally, your banana, Bobby.
Okay, you were right.
And a little more, 1 drop of yogurt on top.
Maybe a little bit more honey. Put a little bit of fresh mint on there.
And we have a wonderful, good-for-you breakfast parfait.
Love it. It looks great.
You know, this will allow us to eat some of that gorilla bread.
Is it good?
I love the crunch that
I'll have the whole
the
thing.
granola gives it. Don't go anywhere, y'all.
Please.
Yum, yum,
Very good.
yum.
Coming up next, we're topping Bobby's pancakes with his special honey lime butter.
You know, I love that.
And we finally sink our teeth into this delicious meal. And later, we're ending it on a sweet note with our gorilla bread and caramel cinnamon latte.
Everything we did was pretty darn good.
I hope y'all are enjoying the show, and I want to hear from you. Tell me what recipes or videos you'd like to see me make by just leaving a short comment below. Now, let's get back to the show, y'all.
Well, the theme of the show today is breakfast, and this is a really, really nice
Yes.
whole wheat pancake.
So let's get going.
You're gonna find some surprises in here. One of them is that we're using some whole wheat flour, and the other is that I'm gonna make a really neat lime honey butter for the topping of the pancakes.
Okay.
I'm gonna zest 1 lime.
I'm gonna put just a little olive oil on this.
I'll do the wet stuff
Okay.
and you do the dry stuff.
Okay. I'm gonna put in 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. Gonna put in 1/2 cup of whole wheat flour. Okie dokie.
All right, I've got my lime zested,
Okay.
so I'm gonna take,
And a little salt. 1/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda.
for this nice topping, I'm gonna use 1/2 stick of butter softened, and I'm gonna put about 1/4 cup of honey in here and stir
Okay.
this up, and this is gonna be our topping for the pancakes.
You want me to measure your buttermilk, son?
Sure, I need 2 cups, please.
Okay. You want to make sure that you get down eye level. If you remain standing straight up, it's gonna be off some. So make sure you're eye level with that. All right, son, there's your 2 cups of buttermilk.
All right.
And you want it in your bowl.
Yep, put it right in the bowl.
All right. There's your 2 cups of buttermilk. And we got a couple of eggs. One more egg. Son, is this melted butter over here, is this meant to go in here?
It is. Half a stick of melted butter.
Okay. In that goes. So you want to go wet to dry, son?
Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon of honey.
Okay, to give it just a little
Yeah.
sweetness, because we're not using any sugar.
Right.
Well, if you'll pour that into our dry mixture. Do you know when I love pancakes?
At night for dinner?
I love them at night for
You know,
dinner.
Perfect.
Yes. And when you're making pancakes, you don't want to overbeat them. All right, son, that just mixed up so nice and smooth.
All right, you ready? I think we can get about 3 on here.
I like using Grandma's spatula because it's got such a thin edge on it.
Yeah, they don't make them like that anymore.
No, they don't. And look at these pancakes.
Beautiful.
Oops.
What you think about the idea of a little bit of whole wheat?
You know, I love that. All right, these look pretty good, Bobby.
Stack them up.
I'm gonna stack
I remember when I was a
those.
kid and we did pancakes at the house, I would put some butter in between every pancake. So I think
I always do.
I was wondering where I got that from. So I'll go with that theme, and I'm gonna put a little bit of this lime honey butter in between the first 2.
I hear you swallowing hard, Bobby Deen.
I love pancakes, and I don't get them often enough.
3 more pancakes coming up. Bobby, get the quiche out of the oven, son.
All right.
We had those wonderful healthy parfaits. Now we're fixing to fix all that right up. All right, a little flip. Look at those, they're doing better. Oh, son, that looks so
great.
delicious.
Looks great. I love flapjacks.
I do too.
Oh, wait, I'm late with the butter.
You are generous with that butter.
Can't believe that.
Can't believe I'm not having to say something.
That was a first. I think that's the first time I've ever heard those words come out of your mouth.
Look at there.
Golly, I remember as a kid, whenever we had pancakes, I used way too much butter, way too much cane syrup. I didn't learn moderation until I was an adult.
All right, now, Bobby, go on down there, son. Cut us some wonderful quiche.
Okay.
And I'm going to let these be cooking.
Okay.
And we will add them to the stack.
Will you bring the rest of that lemon butter down, please?
I
the
sure
lime
will.
butter?
Just flip these so they won't burn. And I'll bring your butter, and I'm going to go ahead and cut that skillet off.
Right. Because
So
these need
those
some
can
more.
stay hot.
Love it.
I do too.
I gotta try the quiche
Good
first.
morning, world. Oh, I have to try the. Oh,
These are
Bobby,
fantastic. What do you like?
the lime butter is unbelievable on those pancakes.
It really gives it a nice flavor that
Bobby, you do
don't
good work.
expect. Crustless spinach quiche. It's fantastic, y'all. It's great.
I think it's all the cheese.
Coming up next, it's time Bobby and I dig into our Gorilla Bread and wash it down with our caramel cinnamon lattes.
Delicious.
I so hope y'all are enjoying the show. And if you do, be sure to click like, subscribe, and the notification bell so you'll never miss a video. And we'll be right back after the break.
Oh, well, I think the Gorilla Bread's gonna be ready, Mama.
Yes. Y'all, we have come full circle.
Can you get the
We
door for me?
started with the Gorilla Bread, and now we're ending with the Gorilla Bread. Look at that, Bobby. And I'm making a caramel cinnamon latte. Now, I made a simple syrup the other day with a little cinnamon and sugar and water. Put a little bit of this in each cup. I'm gonna add a little caramel sauce, y'all.
I like it.
In that goes.
I like it.
Decadent, son.
I like it.
All right, now a little bit of coffee.
Ooh, careful.
And look, this is strong coffee.
I mean, I can smell it. It smells really, really good.
Doesn't it smell delicious? Oops. Oh, your mama almost did it.
Almost.
All right, and now our hot half and half.
I like mine just like you like yours.
Okie doke. And then I'm just gonna stir them up. Wow. And I'm gonna put a little dollop of fresh whipped cream and a little cinnamon stick, son.
Oof.
And
It's like breakfast in a cup. I know. Don't put it too close to that Gorilla Bread. Perfect.
all right, son, let's try. Flip this over and see what we got. There we go. You want to let this sit no longer than 5 minutes. I like to pull mine apart just like that.
You know what? You could probably dunk that in that coffee too, and it'd be good. What you
Here,
think?
son. All right, what you say? Let's pull off a bite.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I'm so glad you like it.
Love it.
Son, the coffee is so good.
I think everything we did was pretty good.
Everything we did was pretty darn
The
good.
company ain't bad either.
I love the company.
I love you.
I love you too. Did you like the caramel in the coffee?
I liked everything we did. It was all delicious. Love you. It was fun.
Hey y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.